Hi friends, this is Courtney, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe. So I have been thinking a lot about why I'm frugal and sharing that with other people, because the message I really want to share with people is I feel like I have a really abundant life and a very nice, comfortable life because I have been so frugal in my life. And I've never really made a lot of money by most American standards. Jim and I had our best year last year, but when we met 7 years ago, as I've said in many videos, we were very, very broke, both of us. And yeah, my life has just gotten so much better, and I've always felt very independent and strong and resourceful because I know how to be frugal. So I want to tell you what frugality has done for me. Right now, I'm off today. I'm going to be off for 9 Thursdays. We had some changes at work, and I'm a contractor. So if work gets delayed or put off, I don't work. I don't have to worry about that. I have enough money in the bank. I don't have any bills except the house payment. I make enough money on other things that I don't have to worry. So frugality gives me the ability to not worry and not have to find more work when I have time off. The other thing I feel like frugality has given me is the farm that we live on. My husband and I, before we were married, I built up very good credit, and I don't really suggest people use credit because I try not to, but I built up very good credit. I always paid my bills on time. I paid everything off early if I had a debt, and I tried as hard as I could not to have debt at all. And when we purchased, my husband saved up $48,000. Now, he wasn't making over $60,000 a year. Over a couple of years, he saved up $48,000. And I had not sold my house, but we were able to buy this farm. As we were building the farm, we tried to pay cash as we went along. And so our investment in the farm was only around $218,000, where we have quite a bit of equity in the farm now. It's probably worth quite a bit more than that. So we've paid as we go. And what we do is we just live below our means. So for example, I don't buy a lot of boutique or expensive clothing. I buy most of my clothes either resale at Target or at Old Navy. I don't buy things very often. I just buy a few things per season. I'm not a big shopper, and I mostly just buy what I need. I live kind of a minimalist lifestyle. Like right now, I really want a new couch, but I'm trying to wait and use that as a reward when we pay our house off. So, like for instance, I am sitting on a beautiful Henry Dawn, very expensive leather sofa that I purchased on Craigslist for $325, but brand new, it would be very, very expensive. I'm looking over at a leather recliner that's electric, that's very nice. It would probably be about $900 new. A friend gave it to us for free. Across the way in my living room here, there's another leather nail head chair that was a hand-me-down from my family. I have a hand-me-down Oriental rug. So living frugally, I've been able to have nice things, and in some cases nicer things than I would have been able to purchase if I had purchased them on my own. I feel a sense of freedom being frugal. I feel that I know that I've saved up enough money that if something bad happened, we could make it for a while, probably at least 6 months to a year. When we both had health problems this year and our bills got run up to $7,000, just in deductibles alone, that does not include the $700, almost $800 a month we pay in health insurance. We didn't have to dip into our savings because we were able to just pay those out of the money we were making. And we make a modest income. It varies year to year because our basic day job income is modest. My husband is a police officer and I work in a medical clinic as a contractor, so we have just modest incomes. but then we have side work that we do as well. And it's one of those things that it could be really busy or it could be really slow. So we just always save everything extra that we make, and we've always just lived below our means. I don't think I've said this yet, but when I went to go purchase a car, my other car was paid off, so I sold it outright for more money. I took that money. I had one bill I had to pay. I made $10,000. I had one bill I had to pay for $5,000, and I put $5,000 down on my car. I got a cheaper car than I could afford. I didn't even think about the payment. I just was like, this is my budget. This is how much car I can afford. I knew that I would be able to pay it off in 3 years. I was a single mom then. I really needed a new vehicle. I needed something that was more reliable. So I did purchase a new car. At that time, I felt safer doing that. Now that I'm married and I have someone who can help me if I have a problem or something, I'm saving for my next car. I could go right now and pay cash for a new car, new to me car, or even a new car, but I wouldn't do that because that would drain my savings account. So, but I'm perfectly happy driving my 5-year-old, 4-year-old car. It's a clean car, it's a nice car, knowing that I am saving every month to purchase a new replacement car in a couple of years. I plan on doing that for my 50th birthday, and it will not be new, it will be used. I want to buy a used Forester, probably is what I'll get, or another all-wheel drive small SUV. So I just, I feel good every day about my decisions. When I cook a meal at home, or when we stay home and eat at home and watch a movie, or we grow our own vegetables, or we get something used from the flea market that's really cute, I just feel a super sense of empowerment with that. I also feel good knowing when I get a paycheck and I put that in the bank, that what I do is I put my whole paycheck in the bank, but I have transfer less than I make into our joint checking account. My husband does the same thing. And so the rest of the money that we make, we live on about 70% of what we make, not including our roofing, and we put the rest in savings. We pay our taxes, we let that build up, and then when something comes along, if we need it, then we can pay cash for it. When a friend of mine his mom went into assisted living, they had a nice Camry that was at the time 8 years old, and it had very low mileage on it. My husband needed a car to go back and forth to work that used less gas. We were able to pay cash for it. So things like that, not having payments, we don't mind. The car's now 10 years old. We don't mind driving a 10-year-old car knowing we have plenty of money in the bank and that we can pay our bills. When you get sick, when you are out of work, when something happens and you have an emergency, there's this sense of peace and security. And the message I want to send most of all is I feel like I have a really beautiful, rich life because I'm frugal. I have a very nice home on 40 acres. I have a nice car. Our cars are older, but they're nice. We have nice furniture. If someone walked into our house, they wouldn't know the difference of the fact that most of my furniture was purchased either new or used or hand-me-down. And if it was new, I searched around and got a great deal on it. It may have been Home Goods or something like that. And it was a very thought out, meticulously planned thing. So that's why I'm frugal. Those are some of the things I do for frugality. The last thing I want to share with you is I don't want to end up having to work until I'm 70 or 80. If I choose to do it, that's fine. I may. I don't want to have to. I don't want to be able to not take trips when I retire, or to worry that I can't go see my children or my grandchildren I don't have grandchildren yet except for by marriage, but I don't want to be able to feel like I can't do the things I want to do. And I see my parents worry about money, and I don't want to be in that shape. So I think really long and hard about all my financial decisions. All right, I hope you like this video. Tell me why you're frugal, and if you're not frugal, are you thinking about it, or did this help, or have you thought about what would give you financial security and peace? Please share below in the comments, and I will respond as necessary. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.